Hey everybody, let me show you what I got going on here today. This is an HP desktop and it's all apart. I've been working on it for a while, but I want to tell you what's going on with it. Well, it originally came in, it was freezing up. So you start the computer, it says it would use it for a while and then it would just freeze up on the screen. And when he brought it in, it went into a blue screen. Then afterwards, when I was testing it here, it did actually freeze up during the test. Just a solid frozen screen, no mouse movement, no nothing. So there we have to determine, is it hardware or software? So right, hardware, could it be it had an M2 SSD? Could it be the M2 SSD? Could it be RAM? Could it be the CPU? Could it be the motherboard? So you want to start with the simpler items. So what I did on here is I ran the RAM test right on the unit, and it froze during the RAM test. So that was not good. So, but there we really don't know, is it the RAM or was it the computer? So I wind up taking the RAM off, moving it over to another computer, and running the RAM test on another unit. So I did that. That passed. So RAM is good. Next test is, it could be the operating system. I mean, that's pretty simple, right? It could be software. But I did notice that the SSD was hot as heck. I think it was I don't know, 60 something degrees, 66, 68. I think it was, pretty hot. I mean, it could run at that, but it was kind of hot. So I said maybe we had a problem with the SSD itself. So I put on here one of my SSDs. So I put that one there, which is mine, and I ran it with that and froze up. All right, so it's not his RAM, it's not his SSD, and it's not his OS, because I got another OS on here. So we kind of process of elimination, everything else is disconnected. There's no CD, nothing like that. Then we come down to, is it the board or the CPU? If you run into one of those two, I mean, usually it's going to be the board, because the CPUs fail like far and few. You could get a failed CPU, but they are far and few. And yes, you can have a CPU that fails, but not fails that just doesn't turn on. It could turn on and run for a while, and then blue screen or something like that. So has happened. Like I said, I think I've been doing this for like 11 years, and Intel CPUs that are bad, maybe 2. AMDs, I think a little more, maybe 3, and recently more AMDs. So how do we test that? The only way to test that I know of is you got to get that CPU and put it on another machine, and vice versa. A little bit of a pain in the neck, but when I got down to the nitty-gritty, it's the only way to find out. So I have motherboards here all over the place. Winds up that one of my bench computers was compatible. This one here, and disregard that AMD fan on top. That's just sitting on top, no screws. I just let it sit on top. So I moved his CPU over here, and that's what you're seeing there. The 24/7 Aquarium will run that, and that's been running for, I don't know, 30 minutes. So that's been running for about 30 minutes, and it was freezing up within, I don't know, 2 to 3. So pretty much the motherboard just has some type of problem that it boots up and just has some type of circuitry, something's going on that's making it freeze. Could be a chip on there, a chipset. I don't really do that level of work. I will talk to my motherboard repair person, see if it's something that he wants to get into. Sometimes these kind of like little finicky type of problems like this may be hard to kind of diagnose, as opposed to like a no power. You just follow the power circuits and you can kind of get there. This here I think might be a little tricky, so I'll hit him up tomorrow, see what he thinks. If not, the board could be replaced. Financially doesn't make sense. Not too sure, but Just wanted to let you know what's going on right here, right now at PC 901.